Kenny will be there about 15 minutes before you tell him it's the last time we can have you there before it's too late. Then Kenny will show up.
And then he'll have 1,400 ideas on what's going on.
Hey, you know,
hey Jiggy,
I love Kenny too.
I think we should interview him this way. Well, we've already done the interview, Kenny. Oh, okay, yeah.
I love Kenny.
Oh, I do too. He's a good kid.
He's actually like one of the main guys that kind of, when I first was getting into this, and he was one of the guys that was like, hop in the car with me, let's go some places. And we went up and we did a show in Illinois, which was interesting, and I'll leave it at that. And then I did a show for Mantar's promotion in Nebraska. That was actually super fun. It was one of the first bar shows I've ever worked, and it was the only show I've ever worked with midgets on it, which was super entertaining. Like I'm not gonna lie,
super entertaining.
I was a fan. I loved it. And it was cool because like we could just kind of hang out and watch a show after our own match and stuff. But it was awesome. Like that was like one of those shows where it was like most of the time you get to a show and the promoters are real like, oh, being a hard ass, like, oh, you know, you can't do this, can't do that. That show, they didn't give a shit. You could do whatever. It was fun. That's
because nobody was going to get paid anyway. So you know what I mean? What the hell? You know?
Go out and have fun. I mean, I could have, you know.
And that was the nicest backyard Aaron had ever seen.
Oh
so.
yeah. No, it was at a little bar in Omaha. But it was a good time. And that was my first couple trips on the road. And then since then, we've gone down to Amarillo quite a bit. To NWA Top of Texas. No longer NWA because of Billy Corgan and that whole ordeal. But Top of Texas Wrestling. I did a Ricky Morton seminar with them. And so if you ever get a chance to hang out with Ricky, he is a blast.
That's awesome.
Beer drinking son of a gun, that's for sure. I like that in people. So.
How many times did he say, now let me tell you something there?
About 100.
Okay, that was what, in 15 minutes?
Yeah, no, but Ricky's awesome. It was him and Manny Fernandez.
That's pretty awesome. I seen a U shoot he did fairly recently.
Yeah, Manny was super cool, but old school, very old school. But I loved it.
Oh yeah, but
it was. I like the
old school. If you see Manny Fernandez, ask about the time that Mark Romero kicked his ass on the side of the road when he was working for Central States.
Dude, even as he's getting up there, you know, older in life, I still think he'd break me in half like a twig. So, Manny's a bad dude.
They used to make fun of Bobby Jaggers for telling a lot of stories. They say the same thing about Manny now.
But
I loved him as a wrestler. He was one of my favorites, watching him in the ring like that. But I heard stories from like Bulldog Bob Brown, Mike George, other guys that were big in the old Central States days. And they said that Manny was like pushing Mark Romero, you know, Mark Youngblood's buttons one day. And Romero told him to pull the car over because he was going to kick his ass. And he did kick Manny's ass. And they just kind of left Manny sitting there for a few minutes on the side of the road, pulled up about 100 yards. And then let him catch back up. But
hey, sometimes in life...
Wow. I mean, I heard this from at least 6 different wrestlers, so, I mean...
Sometimes in life, you do just need an ass whipping. I mean, that's just case.
That's how you least expect to kick your ass, it's gonna kick your ass.
You just
well, I'm not big on...
How'd you like that, JBL? Joey Styles knocking your big ass out, yeah.
Dude, that's a 6'8" Texan. I wouldn't... Joey Styles, if that whole story's true, because I wasn't
there. JBL admitted it himself.
But
he sat there and he goes,
I wasn't there, so I don't ever...
I'm just saying, he admitted it was true. He goes, I pushed the button a little bit too much. He goes, I got what was coming to me.
Apparently has more testicular fortitude than I would have, because that's a big son of a bitch. I do want to say thank you guys for having me on the radio show.
Yes, this has been fun today. I've enjoyed putting you over and picking off John.
I like Aaron.
It's exciting. Like, I think we're in such a boom period for wrestling here in Kansas, and just in the Midwest in general, in the Central States. There's a lot of really good stuff going on, and I'm going to put over a couple people here. The IWR doing big stuff. They just did Oklahomania.
Bostic is good.
Yeah, I mean, those guys treated me like class when I was down there working for them. A couple shows that I did, I got to meet one of my favorite divas ever, in Mickey James. So
that's awesome.
That was very cool.
Roast beef country.
Terrific.
But
roast beef country.
Yeah, I mean, just IWR is doing a lot of big stuff.
I'd base that roast beef
down in the Oklahoma area. If you ever get a chance to watch, if you just want to watch a show that has production values like you've never seen before, IZW out of Lawton, Oklahoma.
Yes,
they are.
I've
amazing.
heard of them.
I love working for them. John Zorthos is an awesome guy. But
now, were you trained by Bobby Starr?
No.
Sorry, that was kind of an asshole thing you made to do.
I knew Bobby for a long, long time, and I did some yard stuff with Bobby back when I was.
Was it when he was in Park City?
Yeah, when he was in Park City, I did do the BYW stuff, and so was I trained by him? No, I was trained by Bill Simmons. But my first time ever bumping, my first time ever being in a ring was all in Bobby's actual ring in his backyard and stuff.
Did Carl stretch over?
Yeah. Carl did. I actually worked Carl in Oklahoma for something with Drake Gallows, like when I was like 17.
I like that kid.
Yeah, Drake is.
Only met him a couple times, but I liked him each time.
There's not a lot of friends in this industry, just a lot of acquaintances. Drake is one of those people that I would say is truly a friend to me.
That's awesome.
I could hop in the car with him. I could hop in the car with like Blade and Kuda, and a couple of those guys, and man, never have to really sweat about it.
That's
it's
awesome.
just like being in the car with family. There's a couple dudes that I probably won't travel with ever again, or don't really care to travel with that I've met so far, but for the most part.
And one of them is Kenny Zombie Joe.
No.
I always joke with Kenny because Kenny and I have a weird relationship. He lived on my floor in my old treehouse apartment for a number of years. He decided that he was done paying utilities and he would just pay his rent. And so he kept his stuff in his house, but he lived on my floor. And then he hung out at the house, and we'd go to like the night that Del Rio won the title at SummerSlam.
Right.
He was so drunk that he was screaming at the top of his lungs, Del Rio, all the way from my house to Big Nose Kate's.
Man.
He spent whole time.
You know, I've had some special moments with Kenny, specifically like in the ring. I think there's a certain amount of chemistry that you just naturally have with some people when you're working with them. And I will say, it was about this time last year, me and Kenny did simple matches, like very. Well,
that's smart. That's what I always do.
We did a series of, I mean, not overly technical matches, nothing overly flashy, but I will tell you that crowd was white hot. They chanted his name because I screwed him. You know, I want the titles, so screw him in that case. But,
well,
I mean,
you know,
the crowd was white hot. They chanted his name for 3 more matches after.
Well, he's a great sympathetic figure. I mean, at least here. So I mean,
they chanted his name for 3.
Yeah, and then I came back out,
Yes.
and we were in this tournament for the XWE title, and if you haven't checked out XWE, you need to.
Yes,
October
and
29th,
in fact, October 29th.
we've got Haunted
do you mean
Havoc
Kelsey
coming
King Productions or? Sorry, that's
Kelsey
when I
King
think.
Productions, man.
I'm sorry. I mean,
she's the Queen of Kings or something like that. I don't know. She's pretty awesome though. But
she can be my queen anytime. Yeah, baby.
October 29th.
See, Kelsey, you're not even here, and I'm still like sucking up to you.
He loves you. He loves you, Kelsey.
I don't know. There's a difference between love and lust. Just because I want to see her naked, it's totally different. But I mean, sorry. Never mind. Let's just go on. Go on, Aaron. Go ahead with what you're saying.
Haunted Havoc, guys, October 29th at the Salina Tony's Pizza Event Center.
Yes!
Formerly the Bicentennial
The
Center.
Pizza Dome, as someone said one time.
Pizza Dome?
It's going to be a big show. Obviously, Haunted Havoc every year tends to be our biggest show, and I hate using this comparison, but, because everyone knows what it is, but it is our WrestleMania.
Yes.
I hate using that comparison, though. It's just our big show.
Why don't you just say it's your Starcade, then?
Right. Well, because they're bringing that back, and that's a house show now, so...
Well, that's kind of what you guys are doing. It's your biggest house show, right?
Right, I mean, I guess
Okay,
so.
thanks. Nah.
But, no, I mean, Haunted Havoc's going to be an awesome time. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing yet. They haven't posted cards or anything. I've got the golden ticket though, so
Yes.
I'm gonna be.
You pretty much can write your own.
Right. I can do what I want.
Ticket.
Decide what I want, and I'll tell you what. Obviously, with the way things have been going, the 1%, Nathan the Icon Hills and Jimmy the Funk, they've been in battle for a while. If I have the opportunity, neither one of those jackasses is becoming champion. Aaron Helms is walking out with that title at Haunted Havoc.
I'm sorry, did you call her jackass? I was like...
But I will tell you this.
The Natester.
Oh, okay.
Or Nathan Icon Hill. I don't know what it is anymore.
You know, my biggest problem in XWE right now...
He called him a jack.
Oh, okay.
My biggest problem
again.
in the XWE right now is that last show...
Yes.
I came out to cash in my golden ticket, and that no good... slack-jawed, good-for-nothing Fenris stopped me.
That's how you pronounce the guy's name. I've always wondered how you pronounce his name. I always thought it was Fenris.
And Fenris, if you are listening to this show right now,
I'm sure he will be.
I challenge you, my golden ticket for your career.
That would be awesome.
I am tired. I'm tired of you stepping into my way and getting in the way of me becoming the world champ.
Fenris. Okay, love it. Let me make sure I got this right here. I want to